Homeopathy is a system of alternative medicine that has captured the fascination, faith, and at times the skepticism of millions of people across the globe. Emerging out of Europe in the late 18th century, homeopathy was developed by the German physician Samuel Hahnemann, who sought to create a gentler form of healing than the often harsh techniques of his era. Unlike conventional medicine, which often relies on pharmaceutical drugs and surgical interventions, homeopathy champions the principle of like cures like, the idea that a substance which causes certain symptoms in a healthy person can, when highly diluted, treat those same symptoms in someone who is unwell. Today, homeopathy is practiced in numerous countries, asserts a devoted following, and sits at the heart of heated debates about evidence, philosophy, and the future of healthcare. To understand homeopathy, it's useful to step back into its origins. Samuel Hahnemann was deeply critical of the medical practices of his time, which included bloodletting and the use of toxic substances like mercury. In search of safer treatments, he embarked on a series of self-experiments. One pivotal moment came when he took quinine, a remedy for malaria at the time, and experienced symptoms similar to those caused by malaria. This inspired his hypothesis, like cures like. Hahnemann believed that by exposing the body to minute amounts of a substance that could provoke symptoms resembling an illness, the body would somehow rouse itself to fight off the disease. Core to the homeopathic method is the process of potentization, a method of serial dilution and agitation. Remedies are prepared by repeatedly diluting a substance in water or alcohol, then vigorously shaking it at each stage, a process homeopaths call succussion. It's not uncommon for remedies to be diluted to such an extreme degree that no molecules of the original substance are likely to remain. Yet, homeopaths assert that the water retains a kind of memory or imprint of the substance, which is thought to be the factor responsible for its medicinal properties. Homeopathic remedies are available for an astonishing array of ailments, everything from the common cold to anxiety, allergies, digestive complaints, and chronic illnesses. Remedies are derived from plant, animal, or mineral sources, and each is described as having its own unique therapeutic profile. To select the most appropriate remedy, a homeopath typically takes an extensive case history, focusing not only on the medical complaint, but also on the patient's personality, preferences, emotional state, and even sensitivities to weather or food. It's a highly individualized approach. Two patients with similar physical symptoms may be given different remedies based on their overall profile. One of the key appeals of homeopathy is its gentle nature. Because the remedies are so diluted, they are usually considered safe, with few, if any, side effects. This makes them particularly popular among parents who are seeking alternatives for their children, as well as those wary of conventional drugs or those with complex chronic conditions for whom standard therapies have failed or caused unwanted effects. In various parts of the world, including India, parts of Europe, and South America, homeopathy is integrated into mainstream medical systems, practiced by licensed doctors, and sometimes offered alongside conventional treatments. Yet the effectiveness of homeopathy remains highly controversial, especially in scientific and medical circles. Numerous clinical trials have tested homeopathic remedies, most finding effects no greater than a placebo, a substance with no therapeutic value. Critics argue that the successes attributed to homeopathy can be explained by the placebo effect, where a belief in the treatment's efficacy triggers real changes in the patient's condition. Skeptics also highlight the extreme dilutions, noting that these leave behind no active ingredient, a fact at odds with established principles of chemistry and pharmacology. Major medical organizations in countries like the US and UK have cautioned against relying on homeopathy as a replacement for proven medical care, especially for serious or life-threatening illnesses. Nonetheless, many people report dramatic and lasting benefits from homeopathic treatments. Supporters point to thousands of case histories, patient testimonials, and their own experience as evidence of homeopathy's healing power. They argue that while the scientific mechanism remains elusive, homeopathy's individualized approach may be better suited to chronic and multifaceted conditions, and that more research tailored to its unique methods is needed. Some proponents also assert that the process of a consultation, which is often lengthy and empathetic, may itself trigger beneficial psychological and even physical responses in patients. In recent years, researchers have explored whether there could be mechanisms in water that might retain information from substances, or whether subtle changes occur in the body in response to the remedies. However, robust evidence to explain or verify these claims has yet to be produced. This scientific uncertainty, along with passionate support from users, ensures that the debate around homeopathy remains lively. Culturally, homeopathy reflects ongoing questions about the nature of health and healing. For some, it represents a return to a holistic worldview, where mind, body, and environment are interconnected, a contrast to what is sometimes seen as the impersonal and reductionist focus of modern biomedicine. Others view it as a problematic departure from the principles of evidence-based medicine, expressing concern that resources and hope may be diverted from treatments with proven benefits. Financially, homeopathy is a multi-billion-dollar industry. Homeopathic remedies are readily available in health food stores, pharmacies, and online retailers in many countries. Educational institutions offer degrees in homeopathy, and practitioners maintain professional boards and organizations. At the same time, governments and public agencies vary widely in their stance, some funding homeopathic treatments, others calling for tighter regulation or fully withdrawing support from public health systems. What is clear is that homeopathy is more than just a medical modality. It is a movement, a philosophy, and for many, a way of life. Its enduring popularity raises important questions about patient autonomy, the role of holistic care, and the relationship between science and belief. Whether viewed as a misunderstood science or a source of healing rooted in tradition and trust, homeopathy continues to engage practitioners, patients, and critics in an ongoing dialogue about what it means to be well and how best to achieve it. Thanks for watching, sharing, supporting, and subscribing this videos.